Hello everyone, back for another Minecraft statue tutorial. Today we're going to be building Altair from Assassin's Creed 1. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So to build Altair, you're going to need gray terracotta, brown terracotta, spruce wood, dark oak buttons, white concrete, bone blocks, red concrete, smooth quartz block, polished blackstone button, light gray terracotta, white terracotta, polished tough wall, polished tough, light gray concrete, white wool, blue wool, and black wool. So, once you have all those materials together, we can go ahead and begin. So we're going to kick off our Altair with the row of 8 with your gray terracotta. The next row we're going to do 1 brown terracotta, 2 gray, 2 brown, 2 gray, 1 brown. Next row we're going to do a spruce on the ends of the row, and then brown terracotta in the middle. Go ahead and place dark oak buttons on those spruces. Next row, we are just going to do an entire row of brown terracotta. Next row, we are going to do a spruce on the ends of the row, and then brown terracotta in the middle. Go ahead and place dark oak buttons on the spruces. Then with our white concrete, we're going to place one right here and right here. So give us that. What we are then going to do, we are going to go on top of these white concretes by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just making sure that's right. Yep, that is. Do the same thing over here. What we are now going to do, we are going to do 2 brown terracottas right here and right here. Place a white concrete here and here. And we're going to place 2 coming out right here and 2 coming out right here. We're then going to do 2 white concretes here, 2 concretes here. Place a white concrete on the ends. And then on this side, we're just going to fill in the remaining space with smooth quartz. Like this. And then this side, what we're going to do is we're going to fill in these blocks with quartz, and we're going to place 1 gray terracotta right here. And then in the middle, what we're going to do is we're going to do another row of brown terracotta, just right here. And then we're going to fill everything else in with bone block. Excuse me. Sorry for coughing so much, or clearing my throat. And then the final row of the legs, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more quartz, a white concrete. Skip these 2 for right now. 2 gray terracottas, and then a quartz. We're going to place a blackstone button on this gray terracotta right here. We're going to fill the middle in here with 2 red concretes, and then we're going to do 2 rows underneath, like this, and we're going to place 1 red concrete here, and that is the front of the legs. Moving on to the sides of the legs, what we're going to do is we're going to take the gray terracottas back by 3. 1, 2, and 3. Take the brown terracottas back. So pretty much you're just going to want to take the boots back. Go ahead and place your dark oak buttons on these spruces here. While we're here, we are going to place a white concrete right here. And we're just going to go ahead and take that all the way up in line with this right here. We're going to go ahead and do a 2x2 a bone block here with 1 right here. We are then going to place a row of white concrete right here. And then we're just going to fill all of this in right here with white concrete. So you should have this. Let's go and do the exact same thing on the other side. Altair honestly is one of the easiest assassins to do from this, this game series, so we are going to do a little something a little bit different on this side, but it is mostly pretty much the same. So there's kind of just the coat done normally. What we're now going to do is we're going to break 2 blocks here and then just break these 3 blocks and replace these with gray terracotta. That is the strap. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get out the tough walls, and we're going to do 2 rows of tough right here. Then we're going to do 4 tough walls here. Then we're going to do a 2x2 with the brown terracotta. Then we're going to need the tough blocks. If I can get them out right. We're going to do 2 tough blocks. Then another 2x2 of brown terracotta. Then 2 tough blocks. And that is it. And that is his sword that he has kind of sheathed. Moving on to the back of the statue. Excuse me. We are going to do a row of gray terracotta to start. Then we're going to do let's just make the entirety of the boots just brown terracotta, just to make this a little easier. And what we're going to do is with our white concrete, we're going to place a white concrete here and here. Then we're going to place 2 here, 2 here. Same thing on top of that. We're going to place a red concrete on the right side here. Then we're going to do 3 white concretes on each side here. And then just 2 red concretes in the middle. You know what? We're missing a block. We need brown concrete. I thought we could get away without doing this, but I think we need it. Right here, we're just going to break these blocks and replace them with brown concrete. That's it. We're going to repeat this row with the red concrete 2 more times. So 1, 2. Like so. The next row, we're going to do 1 white concrete, 1 smooth quartz, 1 white concrete, 2 red concretes, 1 white, 1 smooth quartz, 1 white. The next row, we are going to do 2 gray terracottas, 1 white concrete, 2 red concretes, 1 white concrete, 2 smooth quartz. The next row, we are going to do 2 smooth quartz, a gray terracotta, 2 red concretes, a white concrete, and then 2 smooth quartz. And then the final row, we're going to do 2 smooth quartz, a gray terracotta, 2 red concretes, a white concrete, 2 smooth quartz, which will give us this. And that is the legs completely finished. Good job. So, moving back up here to the front, what we are going to do is we're going to start on top of this right here. We're going to do 4 red concretes, a gray terracotta. We're going to get the blackstone buttons one more time. Place the blackstone button on that gray terracotta. And then we're just going to do 3 more red concretes. The next row, we are going to do an entire row of brown terracotta. The next row is entirely gray terracotta. The next row, we're going to do 2 brown terracottas, 4 gray, 2 brown. Next row, we're going to do 1 red concrete, 6 brown terracottas, 1 red concrete. The next row, we're going to go back a row. We're going to place a red concrete back here. And same thing on this side. And then we're going to do a row of red concrete just right here. Still 1 block forward. The next row, we're going to go back a row again. We're going to do a row of white concrete. And on this very far right block, we're going to place a gray terracotta. The next row, we're going to do another row of white concrete. And on this row, we're going to place a gray terracotta on the very left-hand side, and then one kind of diagonal like this. The next row, we're going to do 7 white concretes, and then 1 light gray concrete. Actually, we're going to need that polished blackstone button here in a minute. Get rid of the spruce woods. We won't need them for a little bit. And then, yeah, 1 light gray concrete. Oh, come on. There we go. And what we're going to do on this row is we're going to place 2 gray terracottas right here, and then 1 on the end. The next row, we are going to do the exact same thing behind. So 7 white concretes, 1 light gray. And we're going to do 2 tough, 2 gray terracottas with a blackstone button on the left one. For the next row, we're going to do an entire row of white concrete with 1 light gray on the end. And we're going to do 1 tough, 6 smooth quartz. And then the next row, you can honestly just make entirely smooth quartz and just bring all of those forward. And that is actually the top layer of the torso. And then just bring out the end ones. And that is that. And what we're going to do real quick is we're going to get out our gray terracotta, and we're going to place 2 right here and 2 right here. And with our polished tough wall, we're going to place them on top of those, which will give us this. And that is the finished torso. So we are now going to get out the light gray terracotta and the white terracotta. And we're going to come down here to this red concrete row. Right back here, we're going to do 2 light gray terracottas, 2 whites. Same thing over here. So the arms are different. So we're going to do the left side first. For the left side, we're going to start by doing a row of white terracotta. The next row, we're going to need the spruce wood. We're going to do 2 spruce woods, 1 tough, 1 spruce wood. Next row, an entire row of brown terracotta. Next row, we're going to do 2 spruce woods, polished tough, spruce wood. Next row is entirely brown terracotta. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of the arm with white concrete, like this. And what we're going to do now is with our gray terracotta, we're going to place 1, 2, and then 3 right here. So poking out by 1. We're going to need the polished blackstone button, and we're going to place 1 on this bottom one. We're then going to place 3 smooth quartz next to the middle one, and then we're just going to go ahead and place 2 gray terracottas right here, which will give us this. So that is the left arm finished. The right arm is a little different, as I mentioned already. Sorry, I'm grabbing something. I'm trying to make sure that that works. Okay. Got that figured out. Okay. So for the right arm, we're going to come over here and we're going to do a row of white terracotta. Actually, that's not true. Get rid of the entire hand. We did it entirely wrong. We're going to start by doing 2 white terracottas and then 2 brown terracottas for the first row. Next row is entirely brown terracotta. We are going to need the gray terracotta. So next row we're going to do a spruce wood, polished tough, spruce wood, polished tough. Next row we're going to do 3 gray terracottas, 1 polished tough. Next row we're going to do a spruce wood, tough, wood, tough. Next row, 3 gray terracottas, and then a tough. And then the next row, wood, tough, wood, tough. And then we're just going to make the rest of the arm entirely white concrete. like so. And then with our quartz again, we're just going to bring that forward by 1. So that is the finished front of the statue. So coming to the left side, what we are going to do is we're going to take the hand back by 3. 1, 2, and 3. Same thing on the side here. Then going from left to right, we're going to do 2 spruces, 1 tuff, entire row brown terracotta. Then we're going to do 2 spruces, 1 tuff, then an entire row brown terracotta. And then we're just going to fill all this in with white concrete, except for the top row, which we are just going to go ahead and make smooth quartz, just to save us some time. So there we go. And then for the top of the shoulder, I'm just going to go ahead and replace all these with quartz and fill this in. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do 3 brown terracottas here, then 3 grays, then 3 browns, then 3 grays, and then up here we're just going to do 3 grays like this. And that will give us kind of like this thing that sits on the shoulder. Regarding the other side of the other arm, we're going to take all this back by 3. And then we're just going to fill all this in with tuff right here. We are then going to do 2 brown concretes right here. And then we're just going to make everything else white concrete except for that top row, which is going to be smooth quartz. Like so. For the backs of the arms are actually just mirrors of the front. So literally just come back here and copy exactly what you did up there. So pretty simple stuff. And then we're just going to take the smooth quartz out by 1 row, like that. This arm is the exact same thing. And on this arm, this is going to be a little different. We're going to do, with our gray terracotta, we're going to do 2 gray terracottas poking up right here, and then 2 right here. Actually, let's make these brown terracotta. We're going to place a smooth quartz in the middle between these. And then on the end here, we're going to do 3 brown terracotta, or 3 gray terracotta, sorry. And now we need our dark oak, our polished blacks and buttons. Place one on the bottom one. And then with our polished tough wall, we are going to place them on top of these brown terracottas, which will give us this. So that is the backs of the arms done. For the back of the torso, it's similar to the front, but a little different. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 red concretes, 1 gray, then 4 red. Next row is an entire row of brown. Then we're going to do an entire row of gray. Then 2 brown, 4 gray, 2 brown. Then we're going to do 1 red concrete, 6 brown terracotta, and then 1 red concrete. We're then going to go back a row, place a red concrete in the corners, and then come back forward and then just place an entire row of red concrete. We're then going to do 2 rows of white concrete backward again. So 1 and 2. We're then going to copy what we did on the front with the light gray concrete. We're just going to place 3 rows here, and then just going to fill everything else in with white concrete except for that top row, which we're going to make smooth quartz. And bring that row out by 1. And what we're going to do is we're right next to this light gray concrete, we're going to place smooth quartz and just take that all the way over to here. We're going to stop right here. So what we're going to do now is get out the gray terracotta, and we're going to place a gray terracotta right here. Go up a diagonal again, place one to the right. Up diagonal, place one to the right. And on this one, we're going to place a polished blackstone button. And then we are going to do 3 polished tuff in this shape. And then we're just going to place 2 gray terracottas beneath those. And that will give us the back of Altair. Now for the head. The head's probably the easiest part. For the head, what we're going to do is we are already 2 blocks forward right here, but what we're going to do is we're just going to do 1, 2 quartz here, 1, 2 quartz here. Let's actually restart with our materials. We're going to need white terracotta, light gray, white wool, blue wool, black wool, white concrete, and smooth quartz. So that's all of those. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to connect everything in the middle here with white terracotta. I'm not going to worry about the end rows right now. We're just going to worry about the face, and then we'll just cover everything up afterwards. So we're going to do 2 white terracottas, 2 light gray, 2 white. Then we're going to do an entire row of white terracotta. Then we're going to do 1 white wool, 1 blue wool, 2 white terracottas, 1 blue wool, 1 white wool. Then we're going to do 2 black wools, 2 white terracottas, 2 black wools. What are we at? 5. So from here, we're just going to do 3 rows. Actually, just do 2 rows for right now. Do 2 rows of white terracotta. And that is going to be the face. Well, we won't see much of it, but we'll see a little bit of it. What we're now going to do is we are going to take the smooth quartz back. And it should just overhang by 1 here because we have the 3D details, and do the same thing over here. And we're just going to take this all the way up. And take it 1 over because it's 8 obviously. And let's do the exact same thing over here. Like so. Pretty easy, I'd say. Now what we're going to do is we are going to actually fill in this right here. But what we're going to do is we're going to do white concrete on like the second inner row right here. So like this. And then we're going to fill in the 4 middle rows with just smooth quartz. Like that. What we're now going to do is on the top, we're going to take these all forward, just hanging onto the head like this. Cave sound. And that's what you're going to want to have there. So there we go. That is the yep, that's the statue done. See you guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the like the part that kind of drips over like part of his face. So how we're going to do this, for starters, we're going to take these white concretes forward by 1 and then take them down by 1. And then on the sides here, we're going to take these all the way down to here, also all the way down to the bottom. And then same thing on this side, and then just take these over, filled in that middle section. So this is what you should have. What we're now also, real quick, break the corner blocks up here. We are then, right here, real quick, just going to place 4 white concretes and then 2 right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill in this gap here with quartz. We're going to place 2 quartzes here and then 2 quartzes here, like that. And then once you've done that, you actually will have finished your Altair statue. So yeah, that is, or actually, let me get rid of my my HUD before I start showing them off. So yeah, that is Altair, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This guy came out really well, I think. I think he looks great. So, but yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.